8:32 right now. Another round of voting expected today on Capitol Hill to end the government shutdown, which has now entered day 8. The shutdown causing staffing shortages for air traffic controllers, triggering flight delays at airports all across the country and in our area.
This shutdown will certainly impact the lives of millions of New Yorkers, including veterans who rely on subsidies and vouchers for essential needs. And that's not all. So we'll turn to the city's financial watchdog, Comptroller Brad Lander, to break down how the city will manage if the government shutdown continues. So good to see you, Comptroller.
Good morning.
It's been a minute since we've seen you, right? You've been busy, though.
It's good to be back.
And the government has been shut down for about 8 days now. What makes this one, I guess, in the eyes of a New Yorker, feel different than shutdowns in the past?
Well, the stakes are big for New Yorkers in the fight they're having in Congress. If they don't restore the health care subsidies, 1.5 million New Yorkers are going to see their health care premiums, double, totally spike. So that's a big deal on the horizon. For now, so far, flight delays. We have a lot of federal workers in New York City. Trump has said he's going to try not to back pay them, which has never happened before. They've always gotten back pay. And then to take away our infrastructure money, for the money that's on the Cross Hudson Tunnel and 2nd Avenue subway. Those are long-term projects, but a lot of people are working on them.
Can you do that? Because that was money that was actually appropriated by Congress.
I mean, I believe it's illegal. The city and the state and the MTA will go into court, but that takes a long time. We still don't have the $80 million back that Elon Musk stole in February. Are we going to get it back eventually? Yes, of course, it's our money. But here we are more than 6 months later, and we're still fighting in court.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of New Yorkers do have questions, though. Like you mentioned the health care subsidies. Does that mean that their coverage will end?
Well, no. What will happen there is that their premiums will spike. Okay. And if they can't afford their premiums, then yes, they'll lose their health care coverage. And of course, this is on top of the affordability crisis we already have. You already can't afford your housing, your child care. And now, if your healthcare premiums double or triple, people can't possibly afford it.
You're a former mayoral candidate. We are in a race for mayor right now. Is it something the city could do? Is this now a new talking point for candidates? Can the city pick up some of that if it actually comes to fruition?
Well, I mean, healthcare is largely a state issue, so it's the state that will need to figure out what to do. But at the scale of the federal cuts, it's very difficult to address. Look, at the city level, that's why I'm supporting Zoran for mayor. If we can make housing more affordable, provide universal child care, at least that helps where people would be seeing healthcare increases. I hope congressional Democrats win this fight and restore the healthcare subsidies. But regardless, we need to make real progress in New York City. That's why I like this new affordability calculator that the Mamdani campaign has put out. That's where our focus has to be.
But the concerns that are happening right now, like for WIC, for example.
Correct. Food stamps.
Yeah, I mean,
housing vouchers.
Is the city ready to step in and prepared to step in to help out here?
Well, the city's prepared to do what it can, but there's no way you can replace. I mean, the federal government is, on just the two infrastructure projects, cutting $18 billion. We don't have $18 billion lying around. So far they've cut 7,700 housing vouchers. Can we help 7,700 families? Probably. There are 200,000 families in total that get federal housing vouchers. There's no way we would have the resources to help every one of them.
But if the government were to say reopen next week, all this is a moot point.
If the government were to reopen next week, that would be moot, except if it reopens the way Trump and MAGA Republicans want, then it'll hit New Yorkers with those giant healthcare premium spikes.
Yes, because they're not sure if they want to bring back
reopening that restores the subsidies. Then we'll still have to fight about whether federal workers get the couple weeks pay that Trump seems to want to take them. But yes, we'd be much better off with that.
But the problem is nobody's talking to each other.
I mean, we are at such a polarized moment right now. We've never had anything like this where there have been shutdown fights before. No president has said, I'm going to cut the funding of blue cities and states during the shutdown. It's illegal, as you say, but it's just poisoning our politics.
It brings me to the conversation right now, I guess, of you mentioned Congress a lot, and your name has been floated now as somebody who might want to go to Congress and, say, challenge Dan Goldman. And I'm sure you've seen the polling that your numbers would be up. Are you interested in a run for Congress?
I mean, for right now, I am focused on helping Zoran win on November 4th because I'm excited about the idea of a city
this
everyone
is the politician
can afford.
answer.
Not too soon. Here's what I'll say. It's not too soon for you to ask. It is too soon for me to answer.
Okay, so not a no. Got it. Okay.
All right, Comptroller Brad Lander, thanks for coming in.
It's great to be with you guys.